Okay, so how is everybody doing today? So I have a new video about a Reddit account Neace has. So this Reddit account is an old one. It has a lot of uncensored Neace from way back when. This is like, started in obviously 2009, so that's like, what, 14 years ago almost. And yeah, it's a crazy account. Yasuke found it, and it has a lot of very questionable stuff, uncensored Neace, before he made it big in League of Legends. And some of the notable things on here is obviously he actually has him at 24 years old asking for sexual stories of minors. He has himself getting run out of video games and getting completely embarrassed. He says a lot of like weird political stuff and just a lot of other things in general. And again, what I'm going over in this video is a small portion of this Reddit account. Feel free to look at it yourself. Honestly, there are so many posts on this, I could not really look at them all. But again, I found some pretty good ones, and it's just going to be a fun video here to look at Neace and what molded him into the man he is today, which is obviously not a very good one because he is a pathological liar and kind of a bad person. Okay, and so obviously this account, Neace, is Neace, okay? He says, "Hello Guardians, I'm Neace," and he's a partnered live streamer for Twitch, and he's known for League of Legends content as well as doing a bunch of other content, and he mentions his like friendship with Ninja and stuff in here, and just a lot of other people that Neace is obviously known to hang out with. And this is an example of him kind of embarrassing himself here. So he's making a post about him being the first 30 in Destiny, and he pretty much gets ratioed by people, and he deletes all of his comments and the replies, and pretty much everyone is just flaming him. As you can see, his post was downvoted more than it was upvoted, actually. And he's just pretty much here saying he was the first person to hit level 30 in Destiny. I don't know, it's kind of an interesting post to make, but yeah, pretty much this is like a good synopsis of why people are hating. The hate is here for a reason. He's begging for any little piece of attention he can get. And you say in one of your edits that you are waiting for Bungie to make an official announcement in the first 30, as if they owe you it or something. So obviously this is just another example of Neace clout chasing and replying some very cocky and like half-assed things in the comments. So that's like par for the course for Neace. Obviously, he's a big clout chaser. He's trying to get any little niblet of attention he can get. That's just standard Neace, okay? I mean, we've come to expect that from Neace at this point, okay? And, yeah, but that's obviously just to prove it's him and to just show an example of him embarrassing himself, getting run out from games. Because, again, he has been run out from so many games before. As I've shared, he has the Fortnite drama where he insulted Ninja, tried to get Ninja to, like, he said, "Oh, Ninja didn't praise me enough." Because they used to be friends back in the day. He's like, "Oh my god, why isn't Ninja like dick riding me and making me so famous?" And that's just another game he got ran off of. So Destiny, Fortnite, and nowadays he's getting pretty much ran off of League of Legends. So it's a bit of a pattern. Neace is just gets mobbed by an angry mob with pitchforks, and obviously there's a reason for it. But this is an interesting post here. It says, "What's your best adult walked in on story?" So here he talks about like him when he was a high schooler having like a sexual experience with like, I don't know, some other underage person, and he wants to know other like people's stories when they were young. And it's just kind of weird to ask that. You can see some comments here. Why the fuck would you do that? Why would you not be more careful? Because he obviously was caught, and that's why he made this post. And then other people are saying you are a liar. And then he just says, "Fine, I've never seen boobies, you caught me." But so really, this is just a really weird post. Again, why would Neace be wanting to have the sexual stories of random minors? It's just a weird thing to ask for. He's called VigRV2 a pedophile, and obviously he just can't be calling other people pedophiles when he has this. It's a little bit questionable, okay? I don't know, maybe he had good intentions for it, but at least it's cringe, and at worst it's very, very weird. I don't know, let me know about what you think about it. In my opinion, it is pretty weird, but we've got some other stuff to go over on this Reddit account, of course. And there's just a treasure trove of stuff here. This is an example of Neace saying a word that most people don't really like. Again, I don't think it's that bad because he's like quoting someone else that said it pretty much, but usually nowadays it's considered a little bit un-PC to type that word out. I don't know, I'm not going to blame him too much, especially because it was 7 years ago, but it's just a little bit interesting. Obviously Neace has been very involved on the politics of Reddit, and I'm going to get into that a little bit more too, just to show, I guess, a little bit about his personality. But yeah, I don't know, just let me know about what you think about that too. It's just a little bit of a weird thing to say. But then here's an example of people saying Neace is nothing more than a hard-stuck, low bronze Elo salt mine who legit blames his team and other players and other races for his own lack of skill and confidence. And it's crazy that this was 6 years ago, and it actually holds true to today. That's why I looked at this. I was like, wow, this is exactly Neace today. He's nothing more than a hard stuck platinum elo. Yep, he's platinum elo, or he was Saltmine, who blames his team. Yep, obviously, and other players and other races. Bro, he blames the Korean race every time he loses. Of course, he blames other races. This is literally, I can't even know. Like, whoever wrote this is a prophetic vision right here. Okay. The comment says comment remove my moderator. I don't know if it's like some iteration of this or what, but if Neace is the one that originally posted this here, he literally had a prophetic vision of himself. Like, this man might be like, I don't know, he's some kind of psychic. That's all I'm saying. But obviously we've got a lot of stuff involving Neace and politics here, and this is really what I'm going to get into here. And again, it's not that interesting. Like, everyone had their political opinions, but I don't know, it's kind of weird, some of the ones he says. And he says stuff like, stupid Redditor, everyone knows handicapped people can't shoot a gun at anyone. You are obviously a racist. I think he's joking here. He has some things to support cops, despite obviously being a liberal. But I don't know, it's just kind of weird. He started to insult Redditors and calling someone a Redditor. Calling someone a racist. I don't know, it's a little bit interesting to me. He has other things too. Such as, if you're on Reddit and something happens questionable involving law enforcement, you must be outraged. Yeah, so par for the course, in my opinion. And obviously, 16 downvotes here. So Neace, obviously, he really hates Reddit, and he likes to express that when it comes to law enforcement. He's a big fan of law enforcement, which I guess in some ways it's not the worst thing, as long as they're good cops and law enforcement that you're supporting, because there can be examples of abuse of power, and obviously you should not be defending that. I don't know the specific case, but Neace got downvoted, so I'm not too sure if it's a good use of police force. I mean, it was ruled homicide, okay? So yeah, this is a little bit weird for Neace to defend a homicide by cop. I don't know, like, if a court, like a jury, ruled it a homicide, come on, there's probably some reason for that, beyond what you know. But obviously, Neace is commenting about stuff about Trump, but this is just like a big thing in r/slash politics, about Donald Trump, and he's just like, God damn it, this is amazing. It's just a lot of stuff about Trump, and obviously he just hates Trump, and you know what, you can hate Trump. Trump has some dislikable things about him. I don't know, it's just something I want to share. Like, he has a very strong political opinions, and they're a little bit interesting in some ways, and a little bit not what you would expect in some ways too, considering he's so pro law enforcement, so anti Reddit, calling Reddit like woke and stuff, and then he has so many things insulting Trump, and he has other ones too, saying stuff like this is a post saying Donald Trump predicted to win U.S. election as and yeah, this is Neace saying here, well, at least I'm a straight white guy. So he got 4.6k likes here, and so obviously, I don't think that Trump did necessarily too much to necessarily just help straight white guys, and it's a little bit interesting that Neace is getting so involved in politics here, and he's being a little bit snarky, especially when he's saying some weird stuff and about law enforcement and being so pro law enforcement. It's a little bit almost contradictory to me, it feels, but it's whatever. This is Neace's political opinions. That's why I wanted to end it off with. He's just being a little bit of cringe on this account, in my opinion. Saying some really weird stuff. Examples of him getting kicked off of games for being a horrible person. And again, I think that this is really what's happening to him in League of Legends right now. But because he has such a big audience in League of Legends, he's not being kicked off so easily. So we need to continue to put pressure on Neace, and he needs to get kicked off eventually. But that's going to do it all for this video. Thank you all for watching to the end. Yeah.